What's up, everybody? It's Taco Tuesday here at Call to the Pen. Welcome back with your host, the big man who has the big aggravation going on. Welcome to the principal's office. Brian Rose, Inside Forest Sports, all the huge. Inside OPMG, Jeff L. What's going on, everybody? I promise you I'm starting with a rant, and I'm going to get right into it. We got a full slate. We're going to amputate those first 640 games at 4-pack. If we get to the 15 likes, we'll do the parlay, and we're going to keep an eye on the daily strikeout leader. It's back. Yeah. Let's get it. I absolutely love that. Matty Dub, let's do it. But first, just a quick rant from inside the mind of your favorite handicapper. Oh, my goodness. I want to pull my hair out sometimes, just like anybody else, so I am a regular person, or kind of. Yesterday, the Nats were up 5-0. They did not cover a plus half-run F5. That's really brutal. Really brutal. Boston Red Sox were up 3-0. With 2 outs, bottom 5, they did not win the F5 either. The Rockies and the Reds, we were looking for 600 runs approximately. It fell short of the F5. We were fine with that because we were looking for the full game. There were like 6 runs scored in the 6th inning. Yeah, all right. 9 innings, there's 9 runs right there. Did not get to 10. And we paid the juice for the flat 10, right, to get the push. Didn't get that one either. And then the nightcap. San Diego up 4-0 loses. Oh my goodness. Just so brutal. Just so brutal. Oh my goodness, everybody. So thank you very much for giving me the play to vent. I know, listen, and I also know there's people that tail me and people that get upset and they get mad at me. And it's like, listen, there's just not much that, I'm sorry about that, not much that a fella can do. You know, when you're up 4 runs with 3 outs ago, when you're up, 5 runs with 2 outs ago, when you're up 3 runs, there's just nothing you could do. So that's it, right? I was almost like on the verge of taking a break, and then I realized, okay, listen, man, my risk is turned so down. There's really no need to it. I really should, practice what I preach. So let's get into it. Fastest show on MLB anyway. Rate, review, and subscribe because it matters more than it should. So stupid that it does. Cartoon fingers and cartoon bells matter way more than IQ, research, and track record and stuff. So we're going to amputate those 640 games. If I can somehow get through this whole thing fast enough, I think we would do better with the pace. Then, we'll look at the front ones, like I said, parlay plus the K-props. Padres destroyed me as well, Jeff L. It's so heart-wrenching sometimes. You go F5, they cover F9. You go F9, they win F5, then lose. And it's just sometimes you feel like there's nothing you can do, but that's really it. And that's why it's so important to never be so in love with the handicap that you bet the farm. And that's the best that we can do here, because that really is the truth. There's no clock in baseball. We don't throw the ball. We don't swing the bat. Handicappers that win are very good. You're never as good as you think you are when you're winning. You're never nearly as bad as you think you are when you're losing, providing you're not being stupid, right? Again, the process and the work are all the same. Yeah, Jeff, I hear you. I'm just, let's now we're purged, right? The vomit is on the floor getting mopped up. Let's do it. It's Mariners and Yankees. The pickle, George Kirby, plus 100 Delg on the road to my boy Cole, 45. The New York Yankees, in case you didn't know. This one is really just a watch. My boy Matty, first thing, of course, I wake up to like massive amount of DMs about George Kirby's walk prop was posted at 1.5. And I know that is an absolute wagon. So you can always, it's like minus 200, but it makes these like beautiful kind of parlay fillers. I know Maddie's had a ton of success doing that. Player Prop Savant has some success doing that. Frankie A as well. Some sharp tools into that. Kirby, it's all about the control. 3.24 ERA, 1 flat whip, 2% walk rate, 29% ball rate. That's just about as low as I've seen. Paired with a 71 first strike, 37 O swing, bully metric in effect, and he's controlling contact. Flip side, Garrett Cole looking like an ace, 2.75 ERA, 1.11 whip. He's had a bit of hiccups as of recently, as if like it doesn't happen to everybody. In case you haven't noticed, every single pitcher just getting annihilated right now. 127 stuff plus on the fastball, 18.5 K minus BB, 69 first strike, 85 in zone contact. Cole's been really tough, 227 max BA lefty-righty split, right? So max batting average allowed to lefty-righty is at 227, which is excellent. Right now, it's about these offenses. They both kind of stink. I guess Seattle maybe stinks less than the Yankees stink. The Yankees really stink. 199 team batting average, last 500 PAs, 256 OBP. That's good for a 66 WRC plus. Yowza. Oh, my goodness. Maybe I didn't realize just how bad the Yankees had been. Maybe the sharp dough is on the Mariners, right? I think I had been looking towards an under, but I think it crept down to that 3.5 mark where I really don't like to go. So usually a game that's that you think might be under 4 is probably a good watch. So that's where I'm going to be. Both of these bullpens looking really good. So I'm just not expecting a lot of scoring. I'll go in agreement. I'll go actually at like 7. But, I mean, I guess you could get 4-3. So just to give you an idea, that's where I'm at, though. I'm putting it in the front, right? I'm prefaced here that if I'm squeamish, it's because, oh my God, I feel like everything I touch is a loser. Next up, Marcus Stroman and the Baby Bears minus 130 slight faves in Pittsburgh against the black and yellow and Johan Oviedo. I was a bit surprised. This one looked like a missed price right off the bat. So let's bury the lead and bet the Cubbies. Full game here. Because, again, sometimes just going through this stuff every day, some things we know. Right now, we're going after the Pittsburgh bullpen. Last 39 innings at 8.6 ERA, 2 whip, 327 batting average allowed, 12% walk, 10% barrel. That's 2 homer 9. Flip side, Chicago's been really good, pretty much getting it going on all phases, right? Stroman's been awesome. 2.45 ERA, 1.04 whip. 3.7 expected ERA. The K metrics are not going to overwhelm. That's just, that's what you're going to get. But the control has been there. Pitching to a lot of contact, but winning around the edges of the lower zone. Good for 60% ground ball rate. 27 hard hit, 3% barrel, right? So, yeah, the 90% zone contact sounds a bit high. Stroman, a good candidate to go under walk. Sometimes he comes in at like 5.5, and you're probably going to go under. Again, I want to keep one fixed eye on the K props. I don't think we're going to get it in this game. Neither one of these teams really strike out too much, especially Pittsburgh, looking really good from a disciplinary standpoint. 20% K, 10.5 walk, 27 chases are all really, really good. So, I think they're going to get what they're asking for, right? And Pittsburgh's going to get the contact they've been getting. It just won't be strong. William Craig, what's up, man? Asking Stroman to win at plus 160. Man, I have such a hard time with these wins because, again, hashtag we hate bullpens. Matty W with the quick volley. Sorry. Stroman over 17.5 outs. Now, that's something I can really dig on. Minus 160. If you're a juice drinker, you can hit that alone. If not, you can pair that with like the Kirby walk. And, that is a very strong kind of 1-2 punch. Next up. So Cubs to win. Keep an eye probably on the Stroman under strikeouts. Again, because the disciplinary stuff for Pittsburgh's so strong. But other than that, really, that's pretty much it. You can probably look for a cover. But again, right now, I'm not looking to get greedy. I'm with you. D-Rock, we love Stroman together, you and I, simpatico. Next up, Red Birds, St. Louis Cardinals, and Jordan Montgomery. Man, that name looks familiar. I wish the Yankees had a guy like that. Going to the nation's capital to face our Nationals and Mackenzie Gore. St. Louis minus 145 favorites. Oh, they were part of that disaster yesterday. Montgomery, 3.9 ERA, but the whip a bit high at 1.35. Because the BABIP's been kind of high. The hard hit rates are really not. So I think we're going to get kind of regression here. Probably better things coming for Montgomery. Again, he's only walking 6% of batters, 66 first strike, 85 in zone contact, 37 hard hit, less than a homer 9. So Montgomery's been pretty good. I think you kind of know what you're getting. Right, and kind of strong on the road, 3.2 ERA on the road. So I think Montgomery's in a pretty good spot. Washington struggling. I use X stats, and I guess maybe I think out loud sometimes. I do put out this wicked sheet with all this pitching data and team data, all the stuff I reference. If you want, go to the Bluebird app at John Laghezza. The pin tweet will take you to a Google Doc. You can DM me also and guide you right to it to help you follow along. I've been using X stats, which again, I'm looking for a descriptor. That's my favorite descriptor. I have Washington at 303 expected WOBA against lefties, not really their strong suit. Other than that, we know the Washington offense is not great. As much as we love them, they get by on not striking out and contact. But again, I think they're going to get what they ask for here. They'll get the contact they're looking for. They might roll over into a bunch of double plays. Again, Washington has 11 double plays last, 500 PAs, and only a 70 WRC plus over to the Cardinals. We saw that offense kind of pick up. Yesterday, they cracked us, the skull kind of open, right? So, again, we really don't want to be stubborn because we've talked about this. Teams that we know are really good from a talent perspective, we begin to see signs pop up. Right now, St. Louis, number 1 in hard hit rate. And that's just kind of popping off the page, right? So the home runs, which again will help you in F5 or F9, right? Home runs equal runs. But I think St. Louis might be really getting it going today. And where I've been into Mackenzie Gore, I think I'm a bit worried the double-digit walk rate. right? The home runs are starting to pop up because the fly ball rate is up. The hard hit rate is up as well. Gore's also really struggled against lefties. There's a couple tough lefties in a Cardinal. A lot of 364 batting average allowed, 1,000 OPS. So I think I like the Cardinals here, but I'm really not into the juice. So you'll probably see the Cardinals on a parlay ticket later on. They make for a really good kind of parlay piece. Maybe Jay, maybe we even keep that in mind ourselves. Nothing stopping us from pairing two money line winners. We'll just keep St. Louis in mind. If another one pops up, we'll go get it. Next up, this one I'm just watching. I'm really sick that we didn't get the over yesterday. I also think it might be. No, I wanted the Cubs separate. This might be the donkey money on the over again. I mean, look at me. I was the donkey money over yesterday. So Noah Davis, 6.17 ERA, 1.8 whip. But again, that split is messed up. It's all in 1 out of 3 games. He went 5 strong twice. So I think you really got to be careful. It's a contact thing, right? He's really pitching to the zone, but he's keeping it down the entire time. 62% ground ball. Looks like a Marcus Stroman line here. He's also been very tough on righties, a 5.17 OPS to righties, 0 home runs. Allowed other side, Ben Lively, 4.07 ERA, 1.2 whip. Really a mixed bag here. He's got just a guy written all over him. 23K. We like the 5 walk, but the whiff rate's not there. The first strike's not there. The chase rate's not there. None of these numbers are any good. He has suppressed hard contact, but the misses have gotten barreled for home runs. Righties have hit 299 against 817 OPS, 2 homer 9. So again, just a really lot of mixed signals here. I'm leaving this one alone. I never know what to make of the Rockies offense. They seem to pop out of nowhere. I'm leaving this one on the cutting room floor for sure. Again, that the ballpark, Great American Ballpark, is just a really good way to get into trouble. Both of these bullpens have kind of stunk. So I don't think you should be leaning on either of these teams. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the sharper money ended up on the Rockies as well. It would have to be first 5. Rockies bullpen has stunk, right? So these are the things that I do like to keep an eye on. Last 55 innings, a +5 Sierra, 1.6 whip, 11% barrel. Cincinnati bullpen's been good, but it's mostly Diaz, and he pitched yesterday. So I think, again, I'm just leaving this one alone. Next up, it's the Oakland A's, Luis Funky Cole Medina, +200 dogs on the road to Aaron Savali and the Guardians. Okay, I know I had this one circled. Savali I had as a dark horse for the K-prop. Jay put him on the list. I was a bit surprised the market not as cold on him as I hoped. Savali was 40-1, which again is a lovely hit, 40-1. But it really wasn't where I thought it might be. Considering the K rate is down at 19.5, the swinging strike down at 7, right? But Savali's had the mixed season, right? Because he's been dealing with injuries. And the last time we saw him, he struck out 7 Padres in 3 2/3. So again, he's not fireballing anyone, but the A's also kind of strikeout machine. I think Oakland strikeout rate up near 26% last 500, one of the worst on the year, over 25%. Also, bottom 5 in zone contact, 83%, which is going to be a big help for Savali, who again is not like a filthy hit. So everybody, please get those likes up. Fire Sports, appreciate you. Capo status achieved. Insights on the Guardians as well. Yeah, I think I posted Guardian run line. Is that still plus money? Jay, if we can get a full game Cleveland run line, we'll take that one as well. -120. Yeah, it's okay. We could go. Were you keeping it to 5? I really wasn't paying attention. Right, so it's like a bet 7 to pay 5 or something. Well, it'll be bet to win 5, right? Dogs, we want to bet to win. Favorites, we want to bet that amount. That's just one style of betting. Again, I'm not right, and people that do it differently are wrong. It's just one style to keep it kind of regulated, and it kind of flies in the face of what I was saying much earlier on about being careful and allowing multiple indicators to make you think that has a much higher probability. Now, I'm not saying the more research you do, you can't find little bits of edge, but people think oh man, it's hard hit rate, and this and that, and this, and all these things match up, and it's a guarantee. It just doesn't work that way. Right, so you can have different bets on different things. I don't believe in the 5-whale max, like 5% or whatever. That stuff I think is stupid. Right, again, right, clearly, right. Bets can be disparate. They shouldn't be too disparate because they should be part of a overall risk allotment. Maddie got it, -105. Again, the benefit of betting early people, which again makes a lot of sense. I post my stuff early for a reason, and you got Cleveland at a much better price for you in the morning than in the afternoon. But we really are doing the best we can. And again, the pricing mechanism, we're using that awesome app, Jaybird, in the back there, the ones and twos using it's betstamp.app/call to the pen. And I'll kind of take you to all the different casinos, all the different prices, all the different books. And you can live link right through it. Unlike some of the other prop shops, these are actual live links that take you to real bets. So we're going to keep an eye on Savali to K a bunch of A's and Cleveland to kill those A's next up. Also, somebody that I had pop on the K board, it's Cutter Crawford with a K. Let's like, maybe that portends. Oh, hello. See what I did there. Cutter Crawford and the Red Sox plus 120 dogs on the road to Bailey Ober. Minus 145 for those Twinkies. Crawford with the 4.2 ERA, but the whip 113, OPS 661, expected ERA at 3.2. Which are you buying? 130 stuff plus on the fastball, 5% walk, 31% ball, 42 O swing. These are all really, really good. 29 hard hit, a 281 expected WOBA. You flip it over to the Twinkie offense. They're dead last in strikeouts, last 500 PAs, bottom 3 on the year. Ty Carlton, what's up? Welcome aboard. Seen a lot of new names in the chat. We really do appreciate you. Remember, here we call you out. You're a part of this living, breathing community here. He's asking if Crawford going to throw enough to get the 04.5. I mean, man, the way the Twins strike out, it's hard to think not. Of course, that's probably a bit safer than the overall, but Crawford did throw 80 pitches in the last one, right? So you could get 92 to 95. It's not out of the question. And again, if we're getting a full compliment, he has to be a pop to get us the strikeouts. In fact, I think the last one, 9 actually won. It wasn't even 10. Other side, Bailey Ober, 2.65 ERA, 0.99 whip. So where I probably would have liked the Red Sox in most spots, maybe not so much against Ober, who I really do like. 18% K minus BB, 13 swing to strike, 33 ball, 67 first strike, 39 O swing. He's been really, really good. He's had a bit of BABIP block, but with all the fly balls and without them being hard hit, it's not that much of a surprise. Home run rate under 9, ex-Wober right at 300, 209, max BA lefty-righty split for Ober. He's been really, really good as well. Twinkie offense we mentioned, not so much. Boston offense has been good. 269 BA. They don't strike out at all. So here is like the question, right? For if you're into these K props, Javon, what's going on, man? Worth noting again, sharpest tools in the shed hanging out here, right? The restaurant where the chefs eat. Call to the pen. Worth noting, Cutter with a K, opened 4.5 at plus money. He's been bet a ton. Yeah, so I think people seeing that, right? The Twins and the team to kind of pile on. This will be interesting. It's what similar to the, I don't say the argument that I was having with Matt yesterday, but the back and forth we were mentioning. Again, Matt hit that because he was looking for the low bar. In the case of Ober, where the strikeout prop is a bit higher, I don't know if I'd be looking for it because of the positive metrics on the other side. Again, Matt skipping this game, I hear you. I do want to keep Cutter in mind for the overall K lead. I'm just scamming over to there really quick. Cutter Crawford's at 70-1. So add Cutter Crawford to the overall. Next up, it's Maddie's. Let's go, Mets go. Justin Verlander, JV on the bump, plus 120 dogs. On the road against the Astros and my dude, Framber Valdez at minus 150 favorite. Verlander, it's been rough. But again, you always got to keep your eye on these ace types, right? Because they could click it on any given day. 4.4 ERA, 1.22 whip. Expected ERA is nice at 3.8, but the PFIP at 5. Sierra 4.4, which is probably right where he should be. 9% swing and strike, 24 CSW, 23 whiff. Not what you expect. 55 first strike, 89 zone contact. This just feels, God, I don't want to say it, right? But this looks like more like Adam Wainwright, that old man long in the tooth, than Justin Verlander. So it's been a rough go for Verlander. Again, I'm not writing the old man off. I'm just telling you what I see. Houston offense also starting to get it going as of late, doing the best they can without Jordan, I should say. Again, a tough, tall order. Guys is the best hitter on the planet Earth. Houston making tons of contact, right? So that's the first place we want to go after we mention that Verlander contact rate. He's pitching to contact. Astros top 8 in line drive rate, top 8 in pull rate. It hasn't really been there. The power stick not there, 224 batting average for them. But they are getting it done as far as steals, right? See, the Astros really sharp when they couldn't get it done one way, they're getting it done in another. Mets, I think, have allowed a ton of steals as well. Framber Valdez looking like a Cy Young. I pegged him for. I was surprised. Me. I put him out there as one of my dark horses. 2.27 ERA, 1.03 whip. The OPS below 600. XFIP below 3. Sierra 3.15. 5% walk rate. You're looking really, really good. Even the K's have been there. 26% K. More than a 20% K minus BB, right? Check box there. 28 CSW, 57 ground ball, 0.6 homer 90, ex-Woba below 300. Though I should have mentioned that for Verlander as well as ex-Woba is at 303. Remember, tons of fly balls. He's also limited barrels and blasts, but just enough of them have gone out. This is Verlander. I jumped back to, not to confuse anybody. So you got to give Valber, that's his benefit name, Framber the edge because the Mets kind of match up here. I think it's rough for them. Mets 234 team batting average, last 500 PAs, 23% K, leading the league in double plays. They have not chased, but I don't think it's going to matter. Valdez is control. They've Mets 42% ground ball rate. They have hit it hard and barreled, but I don't know if it's been enough. Again, the Mets have been much better against lefties. So I don't know if it's there for the Mets today. My boy Matt says he doesn't bet on the Mets. If he did, he'd be going to the under. I think I'm worried about Verlander, which is funny. It's not something we thought we'd be saying. Insight says Astros 3-7 last 10, lost 5 in a row. # broken. Yeah, I mean, listen, we're maybe this is like a sea. This feels like a sea change, right? Dodgers, Astros, Yankees, whack, and Rangers, right now Giants, Reds, awesome. I love it. Baseball's the best, man. To Matt's point, I don't know if I can hit the under. I'm slightly over through F5 and slightly over throughout again. The total on this one dropped to 7.5. So I think I'm off this one. Right, revenge game, Justin Verlander. All of a sudden, F5 under, looking pretty juicy. No, I'm leaving this one alone. As far as the K goes, I think I'm off it for K's also. Verlander 50-1, Valdez 40-1. Man, maybe Framber goes in the bucket. Jay, put Framber in the bucket, but on the bubble. Because again, I want to be very clear. When we're dealing with odds that are this long, you don't have to be accurate with your betting. You just have to be responsible with your totals. So quite literally, you can bet $1 on all these guys. And let's say a $6 budget is reasonable for you. Then you don't have to limit to 5. You don't have to limit to 3 or 4. And if the odds are 30-1 or better, you're still putting yourself in a pretty great spot. And providing the work is there, right? We're not just throwing darts at the longest odds. We're looking at guys that have strikeout profiles. Carter Crawford's strikeout profile is very strong. Minnesota strikes out a lot. I don't believe he should be at 40 or 50-1. So we're going to hit that, and we're going to hit it hard. Next up, Texas Rangers. Nasty Nate Eovaldi, minus 135 favorite on the road. South side of Chicago. Dylan, stop, cease, end, desist, plus 115 for the White Soxers. Really like Cease, but that White Sox offense it's been a really rough go. Following them, it's just been really rough. I guess we could start there. White Sox offense, 210 batting average, 269 OBP, 663 OPS last 500 plate appearances. It's kind of hard to believe. Worse than a 20% K minus BB, 15 swinging strike, 39 chase, 50 ground ball. Unbelievably bad for the White Sox. They're just not doing anything at all. Again, dead last in ex-Woba against righties. That's last 30 days. Nate Eovaldi looking really good. 2.6 ERA, 0.98 whip, 6.13 OPS. All the earned run indicators at 3.4 or below. Expected ERA down to 3.12. 20% K minus BB, check the box. 28 CSW, check the box. 61 first strike, really good. He had the zone contact I thought was going to be a bit lower than 84. But I guess considering 51 ground ball, 3% blast, half a homer 9, 272 ex-Woba, he's not really struggling around the edges, limiting contact. You got to give the edge to Eovaldi here. I'm surprised the Rangers didn't end up on my ticket. I like the Rangers any kind of way you could slice it. Oh, how about the full game? Jay, let's pair this with the other one that we like. That's a natural pair. Natural pair. Wait, was it the Cardinals? Yeah, so we're gonna pair Cardinals and Texas money line. Look to save some juice. You can put a 3 or a 5 spot on it if you like. Javon got the F5 ML minus 125. That's a nice spot. And that's where I kind of draw the line for paying juice. And maybe that's my problem is better. Right at that point, I'd rather lower the risk and have to pair because if you win 1 out of 2, betting an even risk, you're not ahead. So maybe I compartmentalize these things too much just to give you an idea of how I get to it. That's just me. So, yeah, I got Texas to win this one. The bullpen has been a bit of a rough go, though they've corrected a bit as of late. Right on the season, the ERA is at 4.4, too many fly balls, too many hard hits. However, last 45 innings, the whip below 1, batting average allowed below 170. So I think we can get along with that. I do tend to like Dylan Cease, but, he walks guys. So the 11% walk rate, 47 hard hit, even the 8 barrel is going to just be enough because the Texas offense is so damn good. Top 3 ex-WOBA against righties. I mean, they walk, they hit hard, they lift, they pull, they kind of do everything. So give me Texas to win it. We'll pair it with the Redbirds. Next up, stakes with shapes on their back and Ryan Nelson, plus 105, slight dog on the road against the Brew Crew and Colin Ray. This one I just have zero interest in at all. One thing I am kind of looking at is I should be over. Yeah, Algo agrees. It's 4. Has it at 9. I got 9.25, meaning I have 4 getting to 9. Jake, let me see the full game over, please. That would be the only place that I would go on this one. I just don't believe in it. Over 9. All right, just keep an eye on it. Let's see if we can talk ourselves into it. Ryan Nelson, 5.3 ERA, 1.7 whip, 842 OPS. Every single earned run indicator above 5. Sierra at 5.3, worst on the slate. 6% came on his BB, 23 CSW. Whiff rate below 20. In-zone contact up at 88. He's been damaged by lefties. Let's keep an eye on Christian Yelich today. 336 batting average to lefties, 1,000 OPS, 1.7 homer 9, 270 batting average allowed to righties. He might get beat up by the Brewers. I know that offense, they kind of stink, right? But what I do like is they do take walks and they do lift plus barrel. Maybe Nelson pitching the contact gets in trouble against the Brewers. Other side, it's Colin Ray, 4.7 ERA, 1.25 whip, 731 OPS. Earned run indicators probably in that 4.5 area. 9% walk rate, 9% swing and strike, 24 whiff, 28 O swing. I'm not in love with this either. 44 hard hit, 1.5 homer 9. Jay, let's go over the 9 here, right? We're going to get some scoring somewhere. Arizona offense has been excellent. 283 team batting average, 357 OBP, 839 OPS. Those are all top 5. And then top 3 in K rate, swing strike, chase, end zone contact. 361 team wOBA, 125 WRC plus in that span. If I believed in Nelson at all, I'd have Arizona to win, but I think this one goes way north of 9. Expect the line on this one to close at 9.5. Next up, it's the Padres. Woof. Seth Lugo, former Met, minus 120. Favorite on the road. I mean, he's flip-flopped from starter to reliever. I know he only went 2 innings last time. I wonder what kind of workload he's going to get. His props are all at full size. I actually like that bet, Javon, under 15.5 outs. Just do me a solid, everybody. If you're putting bets, please put the price. Right? Please, please, please. It's for everybody here, right? It's for everybody. If you get, I love under 15.5. I don't think he gets there. So anyway, Lugo, I think you have to keep an eye on the fact that his props are full price. I don't know what we're going to get. He can be impactful in small stints. But we've also kind of seen the downside, I think, of what you get when you flip guys around. Right? You kind of mess with these creatures of habit. Pitchers we know are like, they talk about it all the time. So, Lugo has looked good in the 2 prior starts, 2 quality starts. But he went out and got shelled against the Royals in 2 short innings last time. And again, only 42 pitches. So I don't know if you can expect him to go for 100 pitches today, coming off a 42-pitch outing. So again, mixed bag. I'm not really sure what you're going to get. You don't get any whiffs. So I'm off the strikeout stuff. The 21% K I don't think is supported. 7% swing and strike, 17 whiff. 35% ball, 890 zone contact. No, I'd be probably going under the Lugo. What's the Lugo strikeout prop look like, Jay? Maybe we could look to kind of beat up on that workload thing. Because I don't think his strikeouts are under 3.5, man. I've gotten so I can't do it. I can't do it because I've gotten in a lot. I've really lost quite a bit. It's just as far as totals go, these 3.5s. I keep getting hit with 4 of these really bad pitchers. So Matt was talking about this in the comment section yesterday, how dangerous 3.5 can be on either side, right? Looking to go under 3.5 is difficult, right? You want to be looking over, and the same in reverse, right? Probably at 4.5, or you want to. Anyway, the totals do matter. I know I equated it to the team totals, those first 5 team totals. Yes, 20 likes already. Yes, me and Jay super excited about that. Interaction really has just gone up and up and up as the seasons progressed, and we have other shows kind of running out of gas where we're just bringing that smoke, doing the thing we do. Me and you, Colton Penn crew. Other side, Anthony Disco 4.3 ERA 118 WHIP. Indicators in the middle, 18% K. I'm just not buying it. I used to be a Disco guy. I know he's not walking anybody, so I do think the control stuff is legit, right? 5% walk rate, 35 ball rate, those are okay. But the swing and miss stuff that he used to have is long gone. 8 swing and strike, 20% whiff, 90 zone contact, and that just terrifies me when we're talking about the Padres, that offense. We talked about this. Another one, gold star, and again, for the people that have been following along, and hopefully the new fans we're going to retain. That is one of, I believe, the true strengths of the show. We've been very good at indicating trend changes for teams. Padres now firmly up off the mat. Giants as well. Let's do both offenses at the same time. This one, I think you got to be over or not at all. Sorry, I was trying to keep an eye on the total there. If it's an 8.5, I think we can go over this one. Is it still 8.5, Jay? 8.5, we go over this bad boy. Because, again, the offense is just rocking right now. 264 for the Pods. Average 810 OPS. Giants 289, 825. Both sporting double-digit walk rates. Both sporting K rates at 21 or below. Neither chase. Both make contact. 350 minimum WOBA. 124 minimum WRC plus. Last 500 PAs. These offenses are really getting going. I think pitching to contact is going to be an issue in this one. Colton Penn Jaybird says, seeing a lot of new faces in the chat. We do appreciate you as well. Alex Sherenzia, what's going on? Buongiorno, my friend. Evalde over 6.5 Ks plus 140. We mentioned that one. No, I'm sorry. We didn't mention Evalde and the K stuff. I probably should have. Thanks for having me back this one up because I love this daily K leader. I wish I could incorporate it. I haven't been able to scrape it and add it. Evalde at plus 16. So for somebody that I do really like, he's got to be on the shorter list for guys to lead, right? We mentioned that in the White Sox. Strike out a ton. They chase a ton. Add Evalde to that, Jay, yeah, for sure. So again, I know we all want 30-1, 50-1. But we want to definitely get on Evalde for sure. Last game, let's get it. We'll circle back for the 640s and then hopefully get these K leaders. We'll do a 644 legger. Let's get it, baby. It's the old man, Clayton Kershaw, on the bump for the Charlie Dodgers. Minus 135 favorites on the road against my man, Reed Detmers and the Halos. Kershaw is the GOAT. 295 ERA, 111 whip, 655 OPS. Age be damned. 29K, 6% walk. 15 swinging strike, 32 CSW, age be damned. 32 ball, 71st strike, 36 O swing, age be damned. It's just unbelievable. 47 ground ball, 35 hard hit, a 291 X WOBA for the old man. Just so impressive. It will be interesting to see. The Angels are kind of tough to K because they do take their walks. They don't chase, right? That's a big part of Kershaw's game. Where's the old man on the board coming in at 10-1? So I do like him to look good. I don't know if he leads the board. I don't think that's there because I think the Angels' disciplinary basket is a bit too strong. That chase rate, right? That's really what you're looking for. Kershaw, the strikeouts are predicated on chases, right? The end zone contact rate 83, right? It's not, which is very good. We'll have to see. There have been lots of ground balls, so I don't know if he's gonna. I don't know if I like him for a leader. Other side, Detmers. Oh man, these are really tough for me. As a analyst, sometimes to be objective. And I'm not an Angels fan, but some of it's the fantasy analyst to me that comes creeping out. You really like this guy so much that you don't want to give up on him. I didn't want to give up on him, and then we've kind of seen him look pretty good the last 2 starts. But after giving up 3 at least in a row. 3 in a row for 3 in a row. Heave ho. He's walked at least 2 batters in each of like last 9 starts. I start to get worried if I'm having like my bias, he's getting in the way, but I do tend to like Detmers. 4.5 ERA, 1.5 WHIP is not, again, right? Being careful with the season-long stats, right? If we're looking for pitchers that have made improvements, I think Detmers is one of them. His strikeout basket is actually very strong throughout. 28K, 13.5 swinging strike, 30 whiff, 82 zone contact, just as strong or stronger than Kershaw's, right? Now, maybe not what you really expect. Where is Detmers on this list? Gosh, sorry. I have my eyeballs down as I scan. Detmers also at 50-1. I mean, the Dodgers, they're going to be tough to K. Dodgers 23% K, but they do chase in zone contact, same at 84. They've been excellent against lefties, though. That's probably the big worry for me. Dodgers #1 in xWOBA against lefties. That number's over 400 last 30 days. Hachi, Machi, Liberace. Man, I would hate for Detmers to seal this one at 50-1. You know, Jay, I think we got to add him, right? 8 strikeouts each of the last 2 games. He had 12 strikeouts 5 starts ago against that Minnesota team, right, that we're going to be looking to attack today. So I do think Detmers, yeah, let's add Detmers to it. I think we might only have 4 names. We only have 4 names. I was looking to stay at 5 or under, right, 1 apiece, telling people, again, you know, and Matt really cares about you guys, which is funny because he's just a guy, right? And he had hit me up to really ask me about why we were putting 0.01. And it's because these are such long odds, and I explained to him how we were keeping ourselves under 1.5 total, right? So I really appreciate people that care and are looking to challenge, right? My process holds up to all scrutiny. It doesn't mean I'm going to win. I don't know who's going to win the game. But the process stands to scrutiny over time. Again, the risk management part of my game is probably as strong as anything else. So that will do it for the full slate. Let's hop back into the 640 stuff for all the commuters out there. Come on, fastest show in MLB. Absolutely. GD anywhere, baby. All right, let's do it. 4 early games, be as quick as can be. We've got Royals. We've got Tigers. Oh, I got logged out. Hold on, everybody. I know it's Lynch and Lorenzen. I don't think I can back Lynch. It's whether or not we can back Lorenzen and whether or not we think the Royals will score. I think it's probably the question, because if you think the Royals will score, then you're probably going to look to go over. Tigers so hot, though, lately. Like, they're really, really hitting. I have them to cover. You know what? Since it's 150 and we have 4 legs, let's go Detroit to win. Okay, so I'm going to try and keep this one as away from the greed as possible, as I like flip-flop through the stuff all back and forth, just in case you're wondering. I'm a little worried about the over because the bullpen stats are pretty strong on both sides, right? Even though Royals bullpen, which had been bad, is starting to correct course a bit. So we're going to take Detroit on the money line. Next up, it's Horst Bradish and the Orioles with the Rays and Tyler Glasnow. Oh, man, this is a tough one. I like Bradish, too. He falls into that bucket with Reed Detmers, guys that I really, really liked. It's so hard to fade a guy like Glasnow, but if I'm not wrong, he's kind of looked human, you know, at times, right? He went 5 1/3, gave up 3. He's given up 3 in 2 of the 4 starts. Man, and then that Rays offense. Oh, yeah. I'm so stuck here because I'm actually at 7.5. I'm on the over. I have it really close. I don't want to be too cute. How about Bradish with the run line? How about the Orioles with the run line? Right? Division game. Pretty close to money. As I'm your release, you are my baby. The wind beneath my wings. I appreciate all of you. I know there's nothing like this. This show is you come here and open up. You come here and release. You come here to interact. It's immersive because you know I'm in the streets. Like, I'm in the arena taking the black eyes. You know I'm betting real money in this stuff. You know I'm doing the work every single day. You know I really care, right? You know I'm into the analysis, right? You guys know I'm in the weeds, hand in the dirt, but working with the algo and just doing it all, man. So thank you all, because if anything, right, win or lose, this show reeks of effort. I hope that we give you something that you can build off of going forward. So let's get a little bit risky. Let's go with my guy, Bradish. And the Orioles are +1.5, right? So we have the Detroit win. We're going super conservative. We have Baltimore +1.5. Quick deterrent again. Matt Williams, my boy. Me and him are so simpatico. Gosh, somebody get us a drive time show. You know, he has one of my favorite hits was Bradish under 1.5 walks. That's at minus 125. You can get that one, anybody as well. Bradish hasn't walked them 2 batters in like 5 starts or something like that. So there's 2 of the 4. Jay told me I could go a few minutes longer than 40 minutes, so that's what we're doing. Then it's the Braves, Spencer Strider, the Phillies, and Ranger Suarez. Every time I see Strider, I want to bet the run line. I do think he corrects course. Let's get the Braves to win it. Again, another minus 150. We're just going to go conservative. Going by the algo, I kind of have covers, to be honest. I have Atlanta kind of covering this one up. Suarez has struggled, but so has Strider. So I don't want to get to a point where we get kind of backdoored and blow the parlay. We've actually killed the last parlay we dropped. We actually hit. So I like to keep that streak going if we can. Strider's stats are GOAT-like, even with the hiccups coming. And then last up, it's the Bluebirds and Kikuchi, Marlins, and Perez. I think we go with the Marlins and just win it outright. Man, the plus 1.5 is on the Marlins side. Jay, what kind of price do you have the plus 1.5? I would much prefer that. But my book has plus 1.5, 200. It's very strong. I have like mixed signals on mine. Can we get plus? Oh, it's Jays 1.5. No. Let's go Miami win. Yeah. Flip. Jay says flip flop. Yeah. Again, it crossed me up in real time. So let's go Miami to win. Let's go Miami to win it. You know what? Hold that thought. The number went from I had 8.5 open. That one went to 8. I go 4-4. Let's go over, Jay. Let's go over. I want to get away from it because I know I really think we might get the bounce back on the Toronto offense. They've been really good and they've disappointed. And maybe if anything, they'll get at the Miami bullpen. So that even 8, I think we'll get to. So that's our parlay late. We're going to go Detroit, Rock City with the win. We go Baltimore plus 1.5, Atlanta for the straight win. And then we're going to go over 8 in Toronto, Miami. And that'll get you around plus 800. Drop 2 balls on it, Jay. And that will do it. Absolutely appreciate you all. Let's take a quick look. Wrap it up. I'm sorry, I forgot about the K props again. This is the third time I'm just trying to end this show. But you can tell I love it here, man. I don't want to leave. I don't want to go. So let's see who we got really quick. Jay, drop the bucket for me. I want to bring up my case and we'll just see who goes. So we mentioned Aaron Savale. We mentioned Framber Valdez, Cutter Crawford, Nate Eovaldi. Right? So I got 4 pretty strong names. I was looking for 5. Let me just run my case stuff really quick. Obviously Strider, but we're not really interested. Kershaw, we mentioned it wasn't long enough. Yeah, Gore, I don't like the matchup. Valdez, CC Valdez. Okay, I think that's good. We can go 4. We don't have to force it. So everybody, I'm going to be putting at least a buck on each of these names myself. At least a buck on each of these names myself. And hopefully we come home with the crown. I know we've had, who's in here? Fire Sports, getting it done 2 in a row. Hit Kirby, then hit Woo! And then so let's keep the streak going. We've done very well in these daily leaders. And I am so chapped. That was the other one. I actually did not hit on Brian Wu. Who was it? Darn it. Because I bet on someone else, it was Tristan McKenzie, who got scratched with the injury, and Wu got left on the cutting room floor, and I missed that one. Just a bit more of the bad beat rant. So right at 45 minutes, bonus 4, 5-minute content for you. Fastest show in MLB, absolutely anywhere. Plus 115 EV off the crack of the bat. Big Johnny and Jay Coop on the 1s and 2s, representing the Hammer Betting Network. Remember, we really care about this stuff, man. More than the next. Tell your friends about the Fastest Show. Let's get it. Rate, review, and subscribe. I forgot what our subscriber goal is. I had it in mind, and now it's gone. But I know we're charging towards 1,000. So that'll do it. Enjoy the games. Enjoy your day. When we're done with the book, enjoy that pay, everybody. Here every single day at noon, bringing that heat. You wouldn't know if it's April, wouldn't know if it's June, wouldn't know if it's July. Because we control the things that we can control, right? We don't throw the ball, we don't swing the bat, but we do control our emotions, we do control the work ethic, and we do control, more importantly, the risk management. Last feather in a cap, bang! Remember, when you work this hard, it feels a lot less like luck. See you at noon. Peace.